Hello guys and girls, welcome back to another video if you're not new, and welcome if you're new. It's a real-time drawing this time because it actually didn't take that long, which is good because I don't have all time today. It's kind of a little bit like yesterday, but instead of being at work in the morning to the early afternoon, I was at school and I'm going to work in the evening today. So I just have I have 3 hours, and I think I have 1.5 hours, back, or at least till I have to drive to work. So that's good. It's like the goodbye day today, so we have the goodbye dinner, it's called, for our guests who've been here a whole week. And it's always nice because there's dessert and the food's a little bit better, and yeah, just overall a little bit different. And usually, usually you would be there's a high chance of not the work drawing out, but just getting done later than usual. But that's okay. Yeah. So today it's normally just two young people, but we are free today because three, not three people, and me and my other colleague. We know what we're doing, and a new hire. We have to teach her how to do the stuff. So that means I can show up later. So that's great because I didn't have that much time if I had to show up at the normal time. So that's nice. Yeah. Of course, I'm drawing again today, as you can see. It's pretty. I like this drawing a lot, actually. I think it's really awesome. The only bad thing is it only would look good in the sketchbook because half of the face is on another page. So yeah, I do want to say though that I like it. So yeah. I had religion on B level today. We didn't do that much. We watched a documentary about people who believe in the Nordic gods, as we once did in Denmark, which isn't a problem. They're like chill people, I guess, but they're a little. They seem a little bit weird, like just over the usual. Like they're still just weird religious people, but they also just seemed weird outside of that, if it makes sense. Yeah, it's a bit weird. But hopefully they're doing well or whatever. I just personally I wouldn't do that type of stuff. But of course, like with most religions, there are some positive things, I guess. But these people just seemed a little bit strange. Yeah. And then we had art class, which was cool. We tried a technique which I think it has some cool elements, but to be honest, it's like you cut out a thing from another painting and then you paint over it, so you kind of get the silhouette of it. It's like, yeah, it's a cool idea, but personally, I'm not that good at it. I finally got an idea of what I want to do, but I I'm still like, yeah, okay, it kind of doesn't suck, but it's not great either, I would say. There's things I'd rather try and do, or tools I'd use. I just think personally it doesn't allow me to do what I would want to do in my art. So I guess that's one of the reasons I don't like it, because I don't think it's pointless. I just wouldn't say it's great either. If you know. But that's just my opinion, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, but I got an idea at the very end of the class. So I tried something, didn't work out, and it's some other stuff didn't really do that much, but it worked out. In the end, I got an idea which I'm gonna try. So hopefully, it will work. I think it will though. So yeah, that'll be good. And now we're just drawing. I still haven't bought paint. I think I'm gonna wait till the very end of the what is it called the very end of the month, or at least when we get paid. I think I'll buy paint there because I'm not really in a rush to paint anything. Because I want to paint, of course, yes, but it's not like I have any fantastic great idea I just have to do. Like I wouldn't say I'm stuck, but I just I'm not really feeling greatly inspired recently, but that's okay. You can't be extremely inspired all the time. That would be very weird and also probably boring. At least I think so. I wouldn't well, we'll see. Yeah. I think I've gotten better at using the brush pen in the smaller sketchbook. I've gotten better at using, just the tip of the brush to put down ink because it's you know, what you're supposed to do if you want a smaller line of ink compared to, if you just use the side, it's kind of like, as a brush does, it's a thick line of ink. But I like using that too, especially in just coloring in deep dark places. It's so smooth and it just glides very well. I love this tool a lot, actually. Yeah. Um. Yeah. But one thing I do think, though, for like a more philosophical take on something, I think that it's important to try art styles and ways of painting and drawing that you normally wouldn't do. Because why would you try it if you didn't think of it? If you didn't think of it yourself, there's very few reasons you would try something radically different from your own art, or at least the stuff you're used to doing. And I think that's fair enough. But just because you try something new doesn't mean you have to love it, you know? And that's how I feel about this thing. Maybe it's because I'm not good at it. That could be, it's probably one of the things why I don't like it. But also because I don't really see how I would integrate it into my art, I guess. It's also one thing. Because when you already have a kind of distinct style, if a tool can't, or a style, or, a way of doing something artistically can't integrate with the stuff you're already doing, it's hard, at least in my opinion, to want to be, just to do it, really. But we will see. I do believe, though, that it is important to try new things, even if they kind of suck. Yeah. But now I've learned something, I guess. Yeah. So, which is what I wanted from art class in the end, really, to try stuff and do stuff. That was one of the important things to me, at least. the more I look at this drawing, it's kind of look like he has a lion's mane in a way. It's also like flowery, but also kind of mechanical in a weird way. I don't know if you guys see it, but I kind of see some mechanical thing about it. The headdress or the the side of the face or whatever it is. I'm not quite sure. There's like a mechanical thing feeling to it for some reason. At least in my opinion. Yeah. Just finishing up the details here, doing the very last things. It's like half of the things I do is just small lines here and there and everywhere and whatnot, filling out stuff and all these things. You never know. At some point it's just done. Weirdly enough. But yeah. Anyway, I want to say thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Bye bye. Love you guys. Bye.